weather with meteorologist Ted Schmidt.
Beautiful sunshine showing up already this morning. We're dealing with kind of a crisp, cool start to September. That's what you expect for the first day of meteorological fall, the first part of September, but oftentimes early September can be summer-like, and we're going to get a little bit of that too. Temperatures today are going to climb steadily into the 80s, so big jump in temperatures. In fact, about 30-degree spread from morning to afternoon, and we'll build onto that for the holiday weekend. And we're still looking at some 90s in our future. Right now, a beautiful sunrise from Lake Pepin, and here in Rochester, beautiful blue sky as we look outside with some of our Lewiston Auto live cameras. And we look back at the month of August, the month we just finished. We had an average high of 81.1 degrees. That's the average high temperature for the overall month, and that's 3.1 degrees above what would have been normal. The hottest it was 97. Rainfall, probably the bigger story overall, though. 1.51 inches of rain yet again. We were well below the seasonal average for the month, and rainfall 2.61 inches. The departure from what we normally have. So we ended up with about 60 or 70% less rain than we would normally have had. And we ended the meteorological summer yesterday, the 3-month stretch of summer, with the fourth driest summer in Rochester history. 5.03 inches of rain, 8.63 inches below average. That's 2 months worth of rain. We are deficient just for this season. But looking at the drought monitor, we have seen expansion of this, the extreme drought. Rochester at one point was a small red area. Now how much of the area is in this extreme area? It's really expanding at an alarming pace. And so we're looking at a vast deficit of rainfall. We certainly could use some of that. Yesterday we had a beautiful sun-filled day. We would like to have had some rain. We've not had any. We don't have any in our future until more than likely the middle of next week. 78, the high temperature, incidentally, in the last day of August. We've now fallen into the 50s as we now look outside with some 50s on the map, a little more typical for this time of the year. 57 in Rochester. Osage 53, 61 in Red Wing. Beautiful sun-filled morning, though. Anyway, south wind to 10 miles per hour. You feel that breeze outside. You may be thinking about maybe a jacket here for a couple of hours before things warm up, and you'll be able to shed the jacket by mid-morning because we have some warmth ahead of us. Heat will be building ahead of a storm system to the west. A cold front will be poised to move in, but it's about 4 days away because it's not going anywhere. High pressure holding things up right now. The heat building already 60s to our west. 66 at Marshall, 62 in Omaha, Rochester 57. We're looking at breezy, warm weather today, 80s today, 90s tomorrow, and all the way through Labor Day. Then things cool off. We'll have a chance of showers with the cold fronts. Then we'll cool back to the 80s for most of next week. But future track today, a gusty south breeze, abundant sunshine for this the beginning part of the holiday weekend. You could probably throw this in as part of the holiday weekend, especially this afternoon. Temperatures in the mid-80s today. Tonight, there's a chance of maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm toward the Twin Cities and areas north of us. Not here locally. The warm front that's moving through will be draped across the region to our north, and maybe a stray shower in the midday hours tomorrow as well. So if you're heading toward the State Fair, you may have a brief shower to contend with. Otherwise, we will locally will stay dry and with more gusty winds through tomorrow and Sunday, ushering in more heat. Low 90s tomorrow. Mid-90s Sunday and Monday, right around 94. The hottest of those readings Sunday afternoon. Heat index level very similar to the actual temperature. We're going to have dew points in the 60s. Not terribly steamy, though. I don't think we're going to have extreme humidity, at least at this point. But very hot weather, about 15 to 20 degrees above the seasonal average. There are those hot days, and then cooling off to the more comfortable and more seasonable 70s and 80s next week. But today, look for a warmer day, a breezy, mostly sunny day. 84, south winds 10 to 20, gusting to 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, a breezy night, partly cloudy, winds at times 20 miles per hour, 65. The 7-day forecast, we have 90s over the weekend. Chance of thunderstorms showing up late Tuesday, maybe into Wednesday. That may be the only rain chance we have all of next week. This pattern of dryness just goes on. And the latest from the Climate Prediction Center has the month of September warmer than average, drier than average. If that sounds familiar, you're right. It's been that way 3 straight months. We're going to make it, I think, number 4 in that category.
Okay. More summer, I guess.
More summer. That is one. Yes, that's true. Don't forget the sunscreen and keep watering the gardens. Yeah.